If you're watching this video because you want to win more fights in Fortnite Chapter 3 as well as improve as a player, this is the video you need to watch. What I'm going to be doing is VOD reviewing MrSavage. We have about 10 to 15 snippets of him dominating fights on his first day playing the game, and the standard that he's playing at is something that I've never seen anybody else play at. Let's hop straight into it. This video is going to definitely be helpful, so make sure you hit that like button. So MrSavage is about to piece control his opponent off spawn despite him only having 110 mats. This is how he does it. He places the stairs, edits through it so he can see his opponent, then he crouches after that half wall edit so that way he minimizes the damage his opponent would do if he hit him. Then he jumps out to the right to get a max pump shot for 31. Okay, so that's maximizing how much damage his pump can do. Then what he's going to do is actually step to the left despite that being his opponent's wall to maintain right hand peak. Then he obviously closes up his edits, utilizes his opponent's cone to levitate over the wall. Then he's going to notice his opponent has no build on the right, so he drops down, sprays him with the SMG and finishes the fight off cleanly. That is what you would call minimal piece control. He's doing the most he can even though he doesn't have the materials to do it. So in this scenario, MrSavage has high ground. He's still off spawn. He has a lot more materials than he did in the previous clip, but he's looking for his opponent and he actually finds his opponent before dropping in, hits 36 and drops. He tries to build, he realizes he can't, and he knows he has to go in because his opponent isn't the best player in the world. So he's going to try and take his roof. He does not have a cone down, but now he does get the cone down afterwards. I would have placed the cone first, but you know, it's MrSavage. You can't question him, bro. You can't think of everything. Again, maintaining right hand peak. He tried to levitate up, but he couldn't actually get up that layer. He glitched down below. Maintaining the right hand peak, which is something super important. Doesn't claim the wall first try. He knows his opponent is a bit weird, but he goes back to the edit he originally had when his opponent forgot that MrSavage owned the wall. Again, he has that wall down so his opponent can't piece control. Pulls out the SMG. Double 20, triple 20, quad 20, and the opponent's eliminated. But look how slow he played that. He didn't dive in. He just stayed above the opponent. He maintained high ground and he let his opponent do all the movement, and MrSavage just abused his weak points. So in this clip, you're actually going to see MrSavage piece control this guy at an elite level. What he does, he makes a few mistakes that we're going to note as well, but he's piece controlling this guy's wall from such a beautiful angle. Personally, I think the way he's piece controlling with that ramp is perfect. You always want to have a half ramp flip backwards, and you want to see how he actually edits this. So he goes in, flips his ramp again, the same exact layout he had on the previous wall, and what he's going to do is keep it pickaxing that wall. His opponent does edit. MrSavage gets the first shot off. His opponent tries spraying. And this is day one, so MrSavage doesn't understand the meta yet. This was from his first day playing. And what you're going to do, he keeps trying to get the wall, but he's not getting it. And what he does is he goes back to the original angle he had, and he's jumping, and he actually does not claim the wall. He goes for it again. He does claim the wall. Fast Dorito edit, even though it was left hand peak, and obviously a big damage because he's in such a close range. But that's how I would say most piece controls should be handled. Playing two angles back to back. That's what really won him that fight, was going back to his original peak to put even more pressure on the opponent because the opponent can't think of everything. So MrSavage actually hits his opponent for 37 damage, and what he's going to do is try and take high ground on him. His opponent has had high ground basically this whole fight, and MrSavage is just trying to bait angles and try and bait him off high ground, but this guy will not drop down. He won't take a box fight. He only wants a build fight, and I think it's going to piss MrSavage off, but we're going to see how he piece controls him right now in just a second. He's playing all these angles again, doing some nice side jumps, and what he's going to do is go up 180, misses his opponent because he built the wall. MrSavage does a 180 and gets the ramp down. His opponent thinks it's his ramp. MrSavage, I believe, hit a 150 and then realizes that he can't finish his opponent off because the shotgun delay, you know, the new shotguns aren't that great. And he's going to try and play this angle because he knows he's on more HP than his opponent. His opponent is really low. So MrSavage is going to play this nice angle from here and see the way he's tracking him through the builds. MrSavage has his crosshair on his opponent through those builds. Again, still fighting the same guy. What we're going to notice now is that he pads. He's trying to get a better angle on his opponent, and he wants his opponent to come out of wherever he is. This is an IQ play right here. MrSavage didn't go anywhere. He just wants to make his opponent think that he did. There his opponent comes out. MrSavage 84, 20, 20 again. So again, he won that fight not actually by piece control, but by IQ. Sorry for interrupting this video, but if you have clips lying around on your PC of you absolutely dominating people here in Fortnite Chapter 3, make sure you send them to me via the Google form link down below in the description for a chance for it to be featured in a Fortnite montage edited by my boy Watts, and I will be reacting to it here on this channel. Do it if you have a few clips. If not, enjoy the rest of your video. So in this clip, we're actually going to see MrSavage fight somebody who's a very good mechanical player, and I would call an aggressive player. He hit some, I think, 82 right there. MrSavage does a mad edit. He didn't get the shot off because of the shotgun delay. He's trying to find angles, slides into his opponent's box, misses his shot, but that was still a great play. It's just the fact that his shotgun didn't hit. And MrSavage again losing piece control and his opponent getting more aggressive. MrSavage trying to hold high ground and play angles. He does slide into the box, and he does actually nearly hit his opponent. He didn't though, and his opponent now has high ground. So let's see how MrSavage actually handles this. I think he's going to try and use that cone to get up a layer, which he did. His opponent padded. MrSavage trying for the snipe. I don't think he's going to hit it though. Maybe he does. Nah, he doesn't. So MrSavage is actually trying to fight this third-party fight right now. There's currently 2 people fighting, and he's just coming in from behind both of them. He's trying to break his opponent down, looking for the pre-fire. Hits on 51, which is a really good damage, and then obviously breaks. He's trying to break him down one more time. There's still another guy spraying at both of them. MrSavage just trying to get perfect piece control, I think. He's waiting for his opponent to break out. That's what he hopes he does. He's not even trying to like play like against his opponent. He's trying to bait him with dumbness, but it's a smart play because MrSavage knows he's being dumb, leaving that edit open right there. So MrSavage is currently in an endgame fight, and he's trying to piece control his opponent, but his opponent got the cone on his roof. MrSavage was waiting carefully and waiting for the opponent to actually edit in, but he didn't. He hits them with the side jump. MrSavage goes again with another side jump, and he actually cones and claims the wall of his opponent, fully boxes him, and then eliminates him. That is what you call clean piece control. Unfortunately, he did get shot down, but look at this. Look at this. He knows he's going to fall. He's standing in the direct center of the tile, so he can place that and go back up without dying. So smart, so clutch. That's why he's probably one of the best players in the world. So we're actually going to see him land right down on the opponent who just chopped them down, and he's going to try to take the wall from behind him. This is very easy for MrSavage to do. Opponent is super low on HP. Simple piece control sometimes is the easiest way to go. So here's another player who's rushing MrSavage after he just got that elim. And MrSavage is trying to get as much piece control as possible on him, but it's not happening. So he's trying to elevate himself and go up a few layers and get high ground on his opponent, which just doesn't seem to be happening. His opponent is good, but I believe MrSavage is going to absolutely piece control him after he chops him down. This is again clutch. Again, this is what I said in my low ground video on why low ground could be overpowered this season. It's so easy to chop down. MrSavage again didn't get piece control, maybe playing too aggressive here in my opinion. He did get him under his cone. That is some, oh my god, no he doesn't. Oh my god, that is some elite piece control right there. I don't even think he meant to do that, but who knows, bro. MrSavage. Okay boys, so MrSavage is currently on low ground right now, but what he's about to do is actually like 10,000 IQ. I've never seen anybody do shit like this before. Watch what he does with this pad right here, okay? He's trying to bait his opponent. He breaks this, places a pad, and like spins around on his opponent with a short pad. Misses his shot, but he does crack him with the AOR, and his opponent gets so scared that he just pads. He just leaves the fight. I've never seen anybody do a pad like that before, and I think MrSavage is like, he's been great. He's one of the best players in the world, but I think he's even better this season. I'm not even messing. Like, he's just on another level. He's not going to hit his opponent, but he'll probably finish him with the AOR or probably just pad to follow him. But like, this guy is on another level, a complete other level. To conclude this video, what you need to do to actually master fights here in Fortnite Chapter 3 is to always take right hand peek fights, whether it's long range or close range. Always take right hand peek. On top of that, always go for piece control. You want to be playing a slower pace playstyle here in Fortnite Chapter 3. Despite the SMG meta being super spammy and aggressive, you need to be playing calm and collected. You need to be analyzing your opponent's movement so that for when they mess up, you can just capitalize on it and just eliminate them. With that said, the video on screen right now will definitely help you become a better player, and I'd appreciate it if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and if you haven't liked the video, definitely like the video. I will see you guys in the next one.